everybody, it's Christine. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do my weekly wrap-up. I just thought I'd show you what the kitten looks like now. She's just a little devil. Ow. She'll be a year old in August. The end of August, I think, because we got her in September. As you can see, she's in her mood, so as soon as I declaw her... Okay, go that way. There we go. So, finished 2 books this week, and the first one is Nora Roberts' Jewels of the Sun, book 1 of the Gallaghers of Ardmore trilogy. I liked it, but I don't know, there was something lacking for me. It's about a girl who decides to quit her job, move to Ireland where her family is from, and take 6 months just to collect herself, or she's almost on the verge of a nervous breakdown, essentially. She's stressed out, she's bored with life, she can't find her way, sort of deal. So she moves into a distant relative's cottage after that distant relative passes away, and has to kind of go from American standards to Irish standards, and it's cute. It's a little bit of a culture shock for her, but yeah, it's cute. So I think I gave it a 3.5. There was just, I don't know, I liked his character, if I can remember, Aiden. And so I can't even remember her name. Jude or Judy. It's spelled Jude. I've heard it say both. So anyways, yeah, so she finds that she really does like Irish living, and how everybody is so laid back and blasé about stuff, whereas she comes from a background in Chicago where everything's rush, 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 do it now. Kind of deal, So, yeah, there's that. And then I finished Spring Thunder by Sandra James. It was okay. It was just, I gave it a 3.5 as well. It's about a girl who leaves her husband. Her husband threatens her because he's a Supreme Court judge, and he's going to be reelected, and she leaves him because of some big secret. Well, you can pretty much guess the secret within the first 100 pages. And she's also pregnant. So she goes back home, and then it starts with, the next chapter is, her ex-husband is hiring this private detective to try and find her, because he gives this story that he wants to find out if the child is his, because, he needs to be a dad, and his wife is pretty much a whore, or his ex-wife was a whore, and yada, yada, yada. So he goes and actually stumbles on the fact that she needs somebody to help her start up this tree and flower nursery. So she hires him. There was just something lacking. I don't know. It was a good enough story. There just wasn't enough mystery, maybe because I guessed it already. And the ending, it was just kind of okay. So, yeah, but the weird thing is, it was made with different paper. You can see the stripe all the way around, and it's not sun dyed or anything. Just different paper. Anyways, so those are the 2 books I finished. This week I'm actually off for testing, so I actually have a whole week that I can read and do what I want to do. So I should be able to fly through these no problem. Having said that, guaranteed it won't happen. Anyways, so what I was reading to my son was Artemis Fowl by Ian Colfer. I'll be finishing this by myself. We got about halfway through, and he was just not into it. He liked it at first, but even though this is a middle grade, it's well above his level of understanding. There's way too many references to other things that adults know, but kids don't, sort of deal, at least the kids around here. So I'll finish it myself. I don't know when, probably soon because it's a library book. But yeah, he couldn't do it anymore. He was zoning out, and so then we decided to read this one, and he's kind of bummed out because the library doesn't have the second book in this series, so I'll probably have to buy it for him soon because I would say this is his favorite author. We've read all those they were the school books. I can't remember the series name of it, but like Mr. Cooper is Loopy or Looper, or it's stuff like that. I read them to him last year and the year before, I think. But it is The Homework Machine by Dan Gutman, and it's about a grade 5, bunch of kids in grade 5. And one of them is a brainiac, one of them is like a slacker, jock. One of the girls is in competition with the smartest boy, and the other girl is kind of like punk. So they are seated together, and the smart boy has made a computer program that does his homework for him in his handwriting. So he scans it in, prints it out, it's done. He doesn't have to worry about it, but he also has the brains to know the stuff. Whereas these other kids, they find out about it and they get the machine to do homework for them too. You can see where it's going. I gave it a 4 because the girl who's punk, this is grade 5 kids, and her mother okays it. She gets her belly button pierced. Not okay. There's a reason why there's an 18-year-old age limit on that. My daughter did it when she was 13 or 14 without my knowledge, and somebody did it in her home, and she works at a hair salon doing piercings, and her friend, she did it, and a lot of damage could have been done. Luckily, nothing was, came of it, and we decided to let my daughter keep it because guaranteed she'd go and do it again, and next time might not be so good. So we just let her keep it. It's over and done with, but she got a lot of shit for that one. So anyways, I don't agree with 5-year-olds getting piercings on their belly buttons. I mean, piercings in the ears are... Cat just knocked over a bunch of stuff. Piercings in the ears are fine because there's no, things to hit, veins and arteries and other stuff. But in the belly button, there is. So I didn't agree with it, and this will never get a 5 for that reason. So, what am I reading? Currently reading 3 books. So yeah, I finished those ones. I'm still working on Lover Revealed, but next month for my April TBR, I need to read the next book in the series, so I really have to get this done. And I cannot believe how long it's taken me to read this, but time constraints, busyness. Yeah. So, Alana, I'm so sorry. I know I keep saying that every week. And it is good. I just, yeah. And then I picked up The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks, and I've never watched any of the movies. To me, you've heard me say them before, they're Kim movies in our family because my sister-in-law is into these kind of movies, and I always thought it was too chick flicky for me. I'm not into those kind of movies, so I never watched these, but I picked this up and I'm thinking, well, it's, I'll just quickly skim through. No, it's really good. As far as me watching the movie, not sure about that. Oh, there's a cat underneath there. But yeah, and I'm not a fan of Ryan Gosling or Rachel McAdams, so that's another reason I didn't really watch the movie. I'm not fans of them. So anyways, And I'm pretty sure everybody knows what that is about. Back in the 1940s, um, actually 1930s, 1940s, they meet up. They have a whirlwind romance in the summer. Then she leaves with her family, and she's about to get married, and she goes and visits him to see if things would have been, anything different would have happened. And then I'm reading The Princess Diaries by Meg Cabot. Again, I've never seen the movies because they were too for me. As you can tell, I'm not a big movie buff. My husband is. His whole family is movie buffs, and it drives me snaky because every family get together, that's what they do. They throw on a movie and oh, she's a devil. So this is, the whole premise is she's a geeky girl at school, and her mother is dating her algebra teacher, in which she's failing algebra, and then it comes out that her father's a prince. So she's a princess. So if I finish those this week, which I hopefully am, I will be picking up my last 2 books for the Triple RC Challenge for March. You can see her tail. So that is A Man of His Word by Sarah M. Anderson. Yeah, that's what she's been doing today. And Into His Private Domain by Janice Maynard. I don't know what these are about. They matched my challenges, and that's it. So I will probably come back tomorrow with my April TBR because I have to go to the library and pick up some books. I have an order to send out today. So Sarah, if you're watching, it's going out today. And I think that's it. So I will talk to you later, and